What is going on, guys? Jedi from the block here, and today I'm going to bring you guys a Smite build video on Hun Batz. This one's going to be a fun one. I do have a bunch of videos lined up for you guys this week. I will try to get as many out as I can within the day. We're going to be doing this one today. It's going to be built around Hun Batz's passive, and what his passive is initially is, so after using an ability, Hun Batz gets an additional damage to his next basic attack with increasing his crits, and that's, I think, by 30%, and I want to say it's only 3 seconds. So, okay, it's, yes, 30%. So, we're going to get this started, guys. If you're going to, I actually pushed one button on there already, so it's not a big deal. But what we're going to do is we're going to get our build started off. I play Joust a lot, so I go with all three. If you're playing Conquest, it's depending on if you're jungling or not. You know, I would suggest going with your cone, your overhand smash, just to start off your conquest, just so you could smash multiple enemies in while you're farming the jungle. Just saying. Next up, you're gonna want to go with Scared Monkey or Sacred Monkey, just because that's gonna give you a line attack and it's also a teleport as well. It does cause a considerable amount of damage, and that's another good one. And Somersault is good too. It's another type of getaway. It's a leap, so it's pretty good. And then get your ult in there when you can. And just repeat that process, guys. I like it. You know, it's 2-3-1, 2-3-1, 2-3-1, 2-3-1, and then make sure you just put your ult in there whenever you can. All right, so for this build, guys, this is one of my favorite builds. I like this whole type of combo thing. It sort of reminds me of like a Thanatos type of thing. Actually, before we get started, guys, please be sure to hit that subscribe button one time for me. Drop a like, or leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of my videos. Give me an idea what you guys want to see. If there's any builds out there you guys are interested in looking at, just let me know. I'll make them for you. I will be coming out with gameplay videos with these guys somewhere down the line this week. My plan is to get out the builds and then throw out some gameplay with it to show the build in action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these builds for you guys, and these builds will be all coming this week. I will have all the builds coming, so please be sure to like subscribe. Make sure you guys get ready to check those out because they are coming. So to start this build off, guys, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves right here. We're going to get Sanctuary. Oop, my bad. After Sanctuary, we could go with a couple things. Depends on how things look. I'm going to go with Blink just because that's what I'm going to be building with him. Next up, it just depends on how you want to start it off. Hun Batz with me, I like to start off with the Ninja Tabby just for the attack speed and the power. After that, you guys want to make your way over to here because it's not in the categories of starting. Go ahead and get yourself Hydra's Laminate because that's what that's going to do is it's going to go with your passive. Now look, so with Hun Batz's passive, you get 30% or a 30% critical hit with an additional damage to Hun Batz's next basic ability, and that's for 3 seconds. So this, now what this does is 30 physical power, 15% cooldown reduction. And the passive on this goes well with your passive. After 8 seconds of using ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional damage of 30% damage. So that's going to give you another high-end type of passive. It's going to be like doubling your passive. You're going to get an additional 30% damage on top of that. So now we're going to go back over to the starting page, guys. We're going to go ahead and start building on some physical power. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves Titan Bane for that physical penetration. Then we're going to work our way down here. I want to get Stone Cutting Swords because I want to be able to crack through the enemy's protection. And that's going to cut through by 10, and it's going to increase in its stacks by 3. We're going to go ahead and get that one, guys. That one's really good. Next up, we're going to go in here. We're going to get Jonathan's Wrath just for that physical penetration. Or not physical penetration, but the physical power is 40. Well, there's penetration. There's 10%, my bad. And 20% cooldown reduction. I like the cooldown reduction with Hun Batz because you want to be able to spam his abilities. People will always try to get away from you, but your leap is pretty good, and your abilities combo pretty well together. So next up, guys, I want to go ahead and get myself. Now, the reason why I do this is I get Deathbringer because your criticals are increased as well with your next basic attack. So you want to make sure you're able to pump out damage and be able to increase your critical chances as well. And that increases your critical output by 40%. So that's another great ability to have. So we're going to go and get started here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use a basic ability. We're just going to use our 3. Come in here. And we just hit him for 915. Look at that. That's damn near death. And you haven't even used your other abilities, guys. So that's 8 seconds after use. You also get the cutting through with the Stone Cutting Sword. It's really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to combo this up. So what we're going to do is, if we were to do this the correct way, this is what we would do. We would either throw out our 1, come in here with this, and that would have been it, guys. That would have ended any enemy, and you could still throw out that, and hit him with that. You see, you're guaranteed pretty much a crit after using ability, which is really good. And this is the reason why I like this build. It's pretty much, I guess I would say it's the best Season 3 build I've seen with Hun Batz. It's pretty much all there. It all does the work. I mean, I've been working on this build for a little bit here and there. I haven't really played too much of Hun Batz lately, but when I came up with this build, I was working on it. His passives, I kind of adding things together. It kind of came through. So I haven't seen too many other good builds out there for Hun Batz lately. I've been checking around to see kind of what people are using to kind of, see how pretty much Season 3 people are being used, and I haven't seen anybody use them like this yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up here. We're going to go ahead and attack Hun Batz. Hun Batz Raw. Now, I know it's a dummy Raw, and he's not stacked with any items, but still, this is what we could do in-game. Most of the time, mages are really weak, and they don't cause considerable amount of, or get considerable amount of health. So, in this instance, I personally, the reason why I use Blink is because I want to be able to just jump right in. I don't want to waste any of my abilities because, one, the reason for that is if I'm able to just blink in, I'm able to save my jump. So if I'm hitting an enemy and hitting him, and he tries to get away, I'm able to jump on him and still end him. So we're gonna do this, guys. Here's how we're gonna do. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna combo our abilities. Now watch the combo I use because this combo will be efficient and will work for you in game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and blink in, hit him with the ult. Once we get it in there, once you land, hit him with the 2, come in. Now, I wasn't very accurate on that. My ult doesn't want to go off because he's too close to that wall, but you guys get the drift on that. It's pretty useful. And he didn't get away, obviously, but if he were to, we would just jump on him. We would just jump on him. So now that we don't have our ult or blink, we're just going to jump in, hit him with the 3, hit him with the 1 or the 2. Hun Batz is very mobile. He's really fast. I think that with this build, initially, you don't have to go too much. You don't have to go warrior tab. You could go with the ninja just because it gives you that additional speed. And with Hun Batz early on, he is actually pretty fast in game when you first start off with him too. I will be bringing that gameplay out for you guys. So here's another combination of moves you could use because his 3 is also a type of getaway, or it is it could be used as something to chase down an enemy. So you hit that. When you hit it again, you come in on him. It's like a teleport. Then you come in. You guys kind of see what I'm going with here. So the reason why we go with the ability we have, or not the ability, but the item I have in there, my laminate, my Hydra's laminate, is because you want to be able to be sure that you're going to give yourself the extra damage after the ability. And with that, your passive, you're going to be doing extra damage with criticals. It's going to benefit you guys in game. It's really useful. I don't know what else to explain about it. It's pretty much what it needs to be. So with this, you can hit up to 4 targets. With this, you're doing about 290, I don't know, roughly 400 damage. So 469. So you see what we're doing here, guys. We're doing a very considerable amount of damage. I like this build. This is probably one of my favorite builds. Your ult does do a considerable amount of damage too. You see that? Just remember that too, guys. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do appreciate you guys watching it and viewing it and taking the time to, review it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like. It'd be great. Let me know what you guys want to see. Please hit that subscribe button in the video one time for me, guys. I have more videos coming out for you guys. Be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out my page right now, Jedi from the Block as well. Check out all my other videos. I have tons of builds up with some gameplay on some of the guys. I'm working on getting more out. On that note, you guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi from the Block. Be sure to check me out, guys. Thank you so much for watching.